In this video, we are going to unpacking what's happening in real estate market right now. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is another Monday market update episode. In this video, we're gonna look at very detailed. We're gonna look at the real estate data today compared to last month, compared to last quarter, compared to last year and 2 years ago to see what is actually happening right now in short term, long term. All right. So there are gonna be a lot of data for you to look at. I hope that I can give you a lot good explanation so that you can have a well informed information about the real estate market right now. So let's dive right into the data. All right. So here you go. Here is the data. Now it's a little bit small there, but here's the data. That's again, like I said, is going to be a lot of data in this table. But what I want to emphasize to you first is that the active listing, okay, the active listing number right here. Right now, as of today, April 20, well, not really today, but this is the most recent data that we have. Today, the 22 of April is 16,780. Now, as of today, actually, it's going to be 13,000 already. So it's actually a reduce from even on the 22nd. All right, this number is from the Maricopa County. Okay. Now, however, let's just use this number right here and compare to last month. We actually have a reduction, right? Last month we have about 17,500. Last quarter, we have about 18,700. Now, in the short term, that means the supply is getting lower. The supply is getting lower. That means less houses on the market right now. However, though, when you compare to let's say last year or last 2 years ago, it's still a positive number, meaning it's still higher than 9,000. Okay. So last year and 2 years ago is about 9,000, but in this year today is 16. So as you can see, in the short run, you will have the lower number of supply, and in the long run, when you compare to previous year, obviously it is less favor to the seller because right now, compared to a year ago or 2 years ago, there's right now as of today, we have plenty of houses available for sale, but for the last 3 or 4 months, we have less and less houses. Why is that? Let's look at the number under contract, okay? Number under contract right here. Listing under contract as of today is 9,924. That is actually an increase from 9,408, okay? So that increased about 500 within a month. And within last quarter, like January of 2023, that's increased 3,000. Okay, now 3,000. Of course, when you compare to last year and 2 years ago, you're gonna see a reduction because in April 2022, there's still a hot market. Okay, and especially April of 2021, it's even a hotter market back then. As you remember, that is during the time that the interest rate is very low. But let's look at the short term, okay? This is the situation. We have the supply decreasing. We have the supply decreasing, and we have the listing under contract actually increasing. So the number of supply is reduced, and while the number of demand is actually increased. That is the indication of price going up. Okay, so if you see prices goes up in today's market, it is actually not a surprise. And as you see here, if you go down to the number of we're gonna go right away, average price and median price. Okay, as of today, the average sale price is 9,000. I'm sorry, let me get the pen real quick. 549. Okay, now when you compare to last month, it's 539. So that is an increase of $10,000 already within a month. The median sale price is gonna remove some of the outlier, right? 420 for the median sale price compared to last month. is 417. Okay, so that's 3,000 difference. So as you see here, as I told you, because of the supply getting lower and the demand getting higher, the price gonna increase. So do not surprise if you see on the market right now that you say, wait a minute, the market, the interest rate is still high, so why the price go even higher? The answer is that you see here, while the interest rate is high, the demand is still going up as of today, and the supply is still going down. That both factors contribute to the increase of the sale price as of in today's market. Okay, and as you see here, another indication that normally we look at is the monthly dollar volume. Okay, the monthly dollar volume is basically the total of all the purchase price of all the house within the month. Okay, as of today, that's 4,000 million. Okay, 4,000 million compared to last month is 3,600 million. Okay, compared to last quarter, that 2275 million. So as you see here, we see in the short term, you see an increase of monthly dollar. Okay, of monthly dollar volume. That means the home price of all the homes sold within that month has increased from January to February to March and now to April. Okay, now let's look at a little bit data in last 2 years. Last year is 5,755, even though it is larger than 2021. Um, and right now it's still like, I'm sorry, currently the 4,103 million still below the last year and the 2 years ago. Okay, but it's still for a lot, of course, into 2022, the first half of 2022 and 2021, the market is still going up. Okay, so it's easy to explain why right now we have a lower dollar volume, the total monthly dollar volume compared to those 2 years. But in the short run, we can see that as of right now, the market is actually shifting at a higher purchase price for all the home. Okay. How fast the home gets sold, is that even improved? The short answer is yes. Let's look at the days on market for the property that sell. 73 days compared to 78 days. So it's getting faster a little bit. Whatever active on the market right now is 88 days versus 92 days of last month. So in the short run, every single thing gets sold very quickly at a higher price. Right? You're familiar with this. It is another seller's market. Okay, it is another seller's market, very similar to 2021 when the buyers have to make multiple offers, withdraw all the concessions and things like that. Not at that level yet, but it starts getting that way. Okay. Next number that we're looking at is the listing success rate. Okay, this is 79.7%. 79.7%, an increase of about 0.7% compared to previous months. Okay, compared to January is even more of 60.7. Home are closed at a higher percentage rate than the final listing. That is this number right here. If you're looking right, we are interested in seeing how is it compared to the original to the final asking price. So this is 97.5, this is 97.27, so it's a little bit higher than last month, and then this is the 2 month in January. Okay, of course, again, it's nowhere compared to 2021 and 2022, but for the short run it is much better. Okay, now that is it for today. All the day, I know that there's more data that we have to look at. Of course, everything gonna have the same theme, is that in a short run, you see that it is more favorable to the seller, versus in the long run, it's still nowhere compared to the market in 2021 and 2022, in which the interest rate for mortgage is super low. That drives crazily amount of demand. Okay, but for now, we see that even though the interest rate is still high, right? The demand is already much better than 3 months ago, and the supply is actually worse. And that is the indication that the price goes up. For the seller, right, now you can be happy because it's going to be easier for you to sell on the market. However, though, the buyers going to be more picky in today's market versus 2021 and 2022. Why? Back then, when the interest rate is so low, the monthly payment is actually very much less than now, right? So let's say right now, back then they only have to spend about 2,000, and then right now they probably have to spend about 2,500 to 3,000. Okay, so that difference of the money make a lot of difference, because if the house has a lot of problem, if the house needs a lot of upgrade, they do have to calculate for that as well. So they're gonna take longer time to make the decision compared to 2021. Okay, so all I try to say is that while the market is much better for the seller to negotiate and easier to sell the house, it doesn't mean that you can put a non-repair, non-working house back to the market and sell it. Okay, you still have to get the house ready. It has to be clean. It has to be fixed to be able to attract the buyer easier. When it is done, it should be easy for you to sell the house. Okay, when it is not done, it's going to take longer time, perhaps not going to be able to sell, because the buyer is going to be more picky and have to think about the financial situation more careful at this time of the year. Okay, thank you so much everyone for watching. If you do have any question about the real estate market in Phoenix, Arizona, in the Phoenix metro area, and if you do have any question about a specific neighborhood, zip code, and city, let me know. Contact my cell phone number at 602-515-2442 for more information. Thank you. Bye.